Hi guys, it's Contracts here. Today I'm going to be taking you through my classes and the guns that I use as my weapons for Warzone and Modern Warfare. So let's just jump right into it. So first off, most of my guns are max, like my Kilo right here. First off, we're going to start with my Kilo 141 and my Renetti. I use these these attachments right here. We have the monolithic suppressor, we have the canted hybrid as the optic, and we have the Forge Tac ultra light stock with the rear grip as a stippled grip tape and the ammunition 60 round mags. This is my gun. I use the, a reptile skin, and then I just use these two right here. And then for my Renettis, I use a burst mod, which is really OP. I definitely recommend. We have a tac laser for the Akimbo, which is right here. Akimbo and burst mod is crazy, guys. And 27 round mags, because the burst mod runs so quickly, and a little bit of a better trigger action to calm down our recoil. So yeah, that's my first one, the Kilo class. Really good. Definitely say because it's just really good. And then as my lethal and tactical, I just use Semtex and heartbeat sensor, but we don't care about those. Next up, my M13 class. Pretty good. I'm not a big M13 player, that's why it's only level 42, but that's still really good. I use the Tempest Cyclone. For stock, I use a Forge Tac Stalker. By the way, I don't use an optic. For ammunition, I use 50 round mags, and underbarrel, I use a Merc Forge grip. 357, one of my favorite pistols in the game, especially once you get the stuff that you need for it. The Silverfield Ordnance .357. I think I said 375 is the gun, but it's called a 357. Sorry. Yeah, and then for the laser, I just use a 1 milliwatt trigger action, lightweight, and ammunition. Snake shot, probably the best ammunition that you can get out of. I was about to say all of these, but there's only one, which is pretty cool. You get it at sort of high level, and then Akimbo, so you get the dual pistols with the snake shot. It's just super good. Next up, we have my MP5 class. A pretty rare class. It's maxed out. I use it quite a bit. I don't use a scope on this either. I use it. My barrel is the Subsonic Integral Suppressor. And for the stock, I use an FSS close quarter stock. I feel like I use those for some other stuff. And then we have the operated forge grip for the underbarrel, 45 round mags, and we use FMJ as our perk. Don't know why, because I don't really change my perks. But yeah, right here we have the 725 shotgun. Honestly, the second best shotgun in my opinion. We have the breach device. All these guns, by the way, guys, are crazy. I feel like I just put the right class settings on all of them. We have the breacher device, 1 milliwatt laser. For stock, we use the Cronin Equilibrium stock, and for the guard, we use a Tempest slim grip, and underbarrel, we use a Mark IV grip. You guys probably want to know why I use the Mark IV grip so much. It really helps with control of your weapon. It reduces a whole lot of recoil on any gun. Next up, we have the M4 class. Personally, one of my favorites. I just don't use it that much. We have the tactical suppressor. For the barrel, we have the FSS 11.5 inch commando. Optic, we use a APX5 holographic sight with a stock that is the M16 stock. Then we have 50 round mags. Secondary, Renettis, I use a tac laser, and then I use a match grade trigger action with 27 round mags to go with the Akimbo, which is right here, and then we use an XRX speed grip for our rear grip, which is, honestly, it's really OP. I will say this is a very OP gun once you use these settings, because you have Akimbo, and the Renettis are just crazy, especially if you put the 27 round mags on them, and then the laser helps out with aim since you can't aim with the dual pistols. Next up, we have the MP7 class. My favorite gun, I will say that. So MP7, it's got scopes on and off on it. I use whatever. It's either I use that, or I use the Cronin, or the Solo Zero NVG scope. But right now, I have no scope. I have the monolithic suppressor, FSS strike. I use the FSS close quarter stock, and for the underbarrel, I use a Commando foregrip. Ammunition, 60 round mags. Secondary, I love the HDR. Probably, I don't know, that's hard, but I do have my AX50 maxed out, which you guys will see towards the end. Oh, sorry. Right here. A little bit simple, 26-inch bull barrel with a FSS Nomad stock, a bipod 9-round mag, and I use the focus perk because it kind of helps with. It's just kind of. It's kind of like using aim assist in my opinion. The GRU class, never use this gun. I just know that a lot of people use it, and I use it every once in a while. It's level 11. That's not terrible. Muzzle, we have a breacher device. Optic. You don't guys. Yeah, there's probably way better classes for this weapon. You don't have to use mine. I'm just showing you. 1911. Have a Kimbo on this as well. Don't use the 1911 as much as I do the other guns. 15 round mags, lightweight trigger, tac laser, and then we use a compensator. Then we have my favorite shotgun, the Model 680. It is crazy. You guys want these settings. Crazy good. I have grinded for this. It's level 50. It is the highest rank you can get it to. First off, with the muzzle, you want a flash guard. Second, a barrel, you want an XRX 30-inch sport. No laser, no optic, no stock, but you want the stock, but it's no stock. Now you're gonna want to put ammunition, Dragon's Breath rounds. Crazy, you get them a little bit later, so you have to grind for those, and then underbarrel use an XRX True Grip Tactical, which also takes quite a bit to get. But honestly, it's crazy good. Did not mean to do that. Alright. Then secondary, I use the old Sins knife that's actually really good. It's my secondary for my combat knife. I don't really use knives that much, but I really like the old Sins just because it's sick looking. We have the Finn LMG, personally my favorite LMG. Newest, I have it max at 58. Got a compens. By the way, guys, you want these settings too. This is one of the guns that you guys need because this is crazy good. It works as a minigun. Literally, it's exactly like a minigun. So first off, compensator with a XRX long shot adverse, so you can laser people from afar. Laser, because when it's a minigun, you cannot use the scope. It's held below your waist or below your, however your player holds it, and then you just spray and pray. Literally, it's crazy good. Tac laser, so you have something to aim with. And in my opinion, it's pretty much got aimed at. And then we have the XRX chainsaw, which actually is that back piece right there that you can hold, makes it into a chainsaw. And then we use 100 round belts because this gun goes through ammo. Snap my finger. Secondary, you guys have already seen the Renettis. Same thing. Burst mod, lightweight trigger. I might have a different trigger, or I might have a muzzle. Don't know. Now we're getting into the snipers. Personally, you guys know from the sniper only videos, I'm an MK2 guy. A lot of people are cars. A lot of people question me about the MK2. In my opinion, I love the MK2 because the reload rate and the fire rate is crazy good. But I have my own specific settings. You guys need to try this. We have the MK2 perp on here. We have the lightweight suppressor, FSS, 24-inch factory. We have a sniper scope. What's funny, guys, I'm talking all this, it's only level 38, probably not even close. We have the real grip, the stipple grip tape, and then the focus. I do recommend changing to one of these. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty alright. Like, I switched from these two, only because in this, I just like to mess around with people, but this is a definitely easier scope to use. There's probably ones out here, but I don't really focus on these reticticles to use. Then with Fnac Never use this gun. Literally never. It's only this level because I'm from Gunfight and you get the random gun. Just a few things as well. Don't need to copy these at all. But here's it if you want it. You know, CBQ, Breach, Device, Scout, Optic, Merc, Foregrip, and Recon. Right here we got AX-50. My favorite actual sniper. Now this gun, you guys want these settings. You don't understand how fast you can zoom in into the scope. This is a quick scoping god of a class, and here are the attachments. First off, we start with the flash guard, which actually increases, which in my opinion increases it a lot. We have the 17-inch factory barrel with the tac laser. We have the underbarrel as a bipod and the perk as recon. Pretty sure I can put more stuff on this. No, we can't. Alright, but yeah, it's honestly crazy. Bison, really good weapon. Still don't use it, but these are some good settings that if you want your Bison to be, if you have a lower Bison, flash guard, 8.7 steel barrel with a APX5 holographic sight with a factory aluminum stock and perk as your FMJ. So guys, these are my classes. They're pretty good in my opinion. My top 3 out of all of these, I have to say, is my AX-50 or here. I'll tell you guys top 3 that I use and then my top 3 favorites. So my top 3 favorites are I'm gonna go with the MP7. I'm gonna go with the shotgun, and then for the final one, it's a tie between the AX-50 and the MK2 carbine, but I'm gonna go with the AX-50 just because I use it a lot more in games, but with the MK2 carbine, if I go into private matches, and I just like to have one. That's why it's so low of a level, because I only use it in private matches and 1v1s. But yeah. And then my top 3 ones that I use, MP5, MP7, and AX-50 and MK2 carbine, which is like a tie. I grinded for this. Literally, I barely use this just because it's so rare to me, but I still use it every once in a while. Never use that. M4 I've been working on. M13 I've been working on. Kilo's already maxed out. But yeah, guys, those are my classes. Make sure to subscribe and like. Comment down below if you guys, if this video helped you at all. If you want to get any better classes. This is my classes, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video on Wednesday, hopefully.